Jim Cramer thinks that Apple is going to 200. Is that the sell signal that was needed? Let's listen into Jim Cramer as he talks about Apple.
To a mad dash. Talk about the largest market cap company on the planet, I believe.
Right, bigger than whole countries' markets.
Correct.
Now, Tony Saganelli is doing a piece, this very thoughtful piece, about how to value Apple. And the major problem with valuing Apple is that if you speak to Tim Cook, he really rebels at the notion that he's running a consumer packaged goods company. It's not Colgate, it's not Crest, it's a technology company. But because it's having some series of down numbers, no technology company can be bought if the stock is having down numbers. Right here, David, it is almost, if you view it as a consumer packaged goods play, it is so close to Clorox's valuation. It's like almost in your face. Now, see, the amazing thing is what he's saying is, look, if it's a consumer packaged goods company, it's one of the cheapest there is. But if it's a tech company, it's one of the most expensive. So what do? Tim Cook wants you to view it as a tech company. The street's viewing it as consumer packaged goods. If it's consumer packaged goods, then the stock can easily blow to 200. Because that's where.
All right, but what about what do you view it as?
I've decided that it's the greatest technology company that also is loved by the consumer. It's got 99% customer satisfaction. So what really it is that, I speak to the telephone companies, and what they tell you is that when they get in your hand, once you own one, you start layering on services that make it so that it's actually the greatest service story, not consumer packaged goods and not tech. It's a platform, the best platform to serve all the things they want.
What about this move since the beginning of the year? I mean, is this sustainable, Jim?
Okay, so this was a very interesting philosophical moment. This is where people began to realize, you know what? Even though they don't have a new iteration, they are starting to tell a story of people just taking all our new products in Brazil, in Indonesia, Vietnam, they're opening. What people didn't realize is that, you may fixate on China. We are going into a country of 1.4 billion people that only has 50 million phones, India, and they are building the infrastructure for our phones furiously overnight, like we built the rails in our country. India could be in 3 years the largest. I mean, that's how quickly it's going.
Right.
So, stop focusing on China. Start thinking about the other markets, and that's what they're talking about when you talk to them offline, and it's really encouraging. So this is the recognition that there are other countries besides China in the world. This was kind of like when you had the Mercator projection and Greenland was like this. Well, they've looked at the whole globe and figured out what to do. They're so much smarter than the rest of us.
Okay.
And they're fun.
And they are a laugh riot.
That's not fair.
No, I'm not kidding. Tim Cook, I've seen him dancing out there in front of stores.
So this past quarter, Apple reported roughly $21 billion in revenue from their service segment. That was up 5.5% from a year ago. Here's what Jim had to say regarding Apple and their service segment. When you buy their phone, you start layering on services. So it's actually the greatest service story. Not consumer packaged, not tech. It is the best platform to serve all things they want. Jim is also bullish on the fact that Apple is committed to expanding in India, as they opened 2 stores in the last couple of weeks. So Jim is saying Apple's going to 200. Price is at the monthly sellers level at 178. This is Jim's target. Jim Cramer's target. But price is at a monthly seller's level at 178. Again, this is Jim's target. Typically what you want to do is you want to go opposite what Jim announces. So we just got the signal to short Apple. We got the technicals. Again, price is at a monthly seller's level. And you got the sentiment now. Jim said price is going to $200. Now the question is, how far will price decline based on Jim's 200 target? Let's go down to the daily chart. Well, at a minimum, look for price to fill the gap at about 169. However, the liquidity is at the 160 level, which is where there are daily buyers at. On the pullback, price penetrated the zone 50%. So there might be some remaining unfilled orders at that level. But based on Jim's $200 target, look for price to pull back in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.